Disenfranchisement is not only the removal of voting rights. At a deeper level, disenfranchisement means the removal of a people's ability to exercise authority over the conditions of their own continuity. Land is one of those conditions. When people lose jurisdiction over land, they don't lose just territory, they lose the systems that allow culture, law, language, and governance to reproduce themselves. That loss is structural and not symbolic. Paper genocide does not mean just physical violence, it refers to the systematic erasure of a people through documentation. This happens when identities are reclassified, nations are reduced to bands or wards, land is redefined through maps that ignore existing governance, legal status replaces lived continuity. People still exist, but their legal recognition is altered until their original nationhood becomes illegible to the system. Nothing is burned, nothing is destroyed physically per se, but everything is rewritten. Continuity is not abstract. It is maintained through access to land, seasonal practices, intergenerational teaching, ceremony tied to place, food systems, and species knowledge. When land is extracted through seizure, zoning, or bureaucratic control, those practices cannot be performed. Once practice stops, knowledge cannot be transmitted. Law cannot be enacted. Governance becomes theoretical instead of lived. The break is not immediate, it is generational. A common misunderstanding is that access alone preserves culture. Access without authority means ceremonies require permits, land use is conditional, timing is externally controlled, stewardship decisions are overridden. This turns culture into performance rather than governance. Continuity requires jurisdiction, not visitation. Without jurisdiction, culture becomes archival instead of lived. Modern legal systems prioritize documentation, standardization, uniform governance. Indigenous systems prioritize oral transmission, place-based law, adaptive stewardship. When one system replaces the other without translation, the original system is not defeated, it is excluded. Exclusion over time produces disappearance on paper, even while people remain. That is paper genocide. Land is not just space. For people of origin, land is the site where law is practiced, the archive where memory is stored, the medium through which authority is expressed. When land is removed, law cannot be enacted. When law cannot be enacted, sovereignty becomes theoretical. That is how nations are reduced without being conquered.